Christmas Eve and all through the house. Not a creature restoring besides ABC IP, which is the parent company
I didn't know what story you're going with.
of Rare Breed Triggers. We're going to get into that right now. I am joined by my friend and co-host, who will be my +1 at SHOT Show, Richard Hughes, also known as Flying Rich. And I am wearing my Infinity Gauntlet Christmas t-shirt thingy.
So we're
So Rare Breed Triggers have served Tim Hoffman with a little Christmas present. And that is...
You mean the Grinch, also known as the Grinch or Scrooge McDuck?
Yeah, I'm going to try to keep this I'm going to try to keep this neutral as much as I can.
Not me. I got nothing to be neutral about.
I did see Steven's video this morning. Merry Christmas, Steven Stimbolia. Check him out at 2 a.m. He did a video earlier on today. He beat our video because I kind of slept in.
So I was just texting Stambolier, and I was on the phone with Mama Hoffman.
It was nice meeting you at the AK match too. Okay. I wasn't at an AK match, but whatever. I like AK matches though. They're fun. They're usually interesting characters there. All right, so let's go ahead and talk about what is going on. Basically, we knew this was all going to come eventually, and now it has. ABC IP, which is the patent company of Rare Breed, same people basically, just two separate entities, is suing Hoffman Tactical, and they filed a complaint yesterday. One of the things that they are accusing Hoffman Tactical of is violating a settlement agreement that was filed after Hoffman released a previous force reset trigger, which Rare Breed and ABTIP claim infringed on the 223 patent, which the 223 patent is the FRT 15, if you don't know. I do have the settlement agreement right here. This is the actual settlement agreement back then, and they're claiming that this basically stopped Hoffman from making force reset triggers, and I don't think it does, because it says that, you know, it prevents him from infringing on Rare Breed's patent. In my opinion, the super safety does not, even though Rare Breed just did buy a patent from a guy that claimed to create it. But in all honesty, the guy didn't create the super safety. Tim Hoffman didn't steal the design from the guy. Who I'm talking about is Twin Bros.
Hey, can we just admit that Tim Hoffman is an evil mastermind and he paid us all off to talk nice about him? Can we just... Is that the code? Is that the code that you agree?
No, I know. I didn't hear what you said.
Can we just admit that Tim Hoffman's an evil mastermind and we were paid off by him to talk nice about him?
Tim Hoffman is not an which is interesting to even suggest that Tim Hoffman is an evil mastermind.
and that Lawrence Delmonico and ABCIP and Rare Breed Triggers are the good guys, and they're just trying to protect themselves.
I don't think Larry Lee and his crew are good guys.
I can't do this with a straight face. I think the ultimate dick move in life is serving somebody on Christmas Eve.
Yeah.
And
Yeah. Well, they did it on purpose.
I would how like if I don't know in the world what people want. I would like people to say Rich is a good guy, honest guy, decent guy, nice guy.
All right. So let me just say, Twin Bros is the guy that claims that Tim Hoffman stole our design.
It's a shame. That Tim Hoffman, he is truly evil, and his family.
Yeah. Look. Machineless stained steel HT Hoffman Tactical.
Dual cam and lever. Hold on, can you possibly zoom in on that image? What is on the side? It looks like a logo. What is that logo?
That logo is the Hoffman Tactical logo.
How did Hoffman, that evil genius, how did Hoffman Tactical, that evil genius, get his logo on the side of Twin Bros' invention?
Exactly.
That Tim Hoffman is scaring me. Also, the other thing that disturbs me is he did a video announcing the Hoffman Tactical Super Safety about 3 months before Twin Bros applied for the patent. And I mean, it's clearly stated in the patent application that Hoffman stole it from them. I mean, what, they wouldn't lie, would they?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know, but let's take a look at. You want to take a look at like some of their patent designs here?
It also, I don't know who created this art, but it definitely looks like it's plagiarized. I mean, it should have said Han shot first, and it says Tim shot first. It must be infringing on something.
The Twin Bros design.
Huh. That evil genius. Now, is that their patent?
No, it's super safety.
Oh, it's not the Twin Bros patent.
The one they sold had the HT on it.
Hey, but look, at least when you steal somebody's homework, erase their name off the top and put your name on it. You sure that HT wasn't like TB, Twin Bros? You sure that?
No. But well, let's get back to what we're talking about here. We're not talking about Twin Bros. We're talking about Rare Breed. Basically, what Rare Breed's going to do is doesn't the contract with DOJ make RBT a de facto agent actor, and wouldn't that make this state persuasion of the two-way and citizens availing ourselves? It's a good question, because they are basically acting on behalf of the state to try to shut down all making of force reset triggers, because the state doesn't want anyone to have force reset triggers, and Rare Breed wants to have a monopoly on the force reset trigger.
But so let me ask this, and this is what politicians say: if there's a law that prohibits something and there's no penalty, it's merely a recommendation. What is the penalty that Rare Breed if they don't sue everybody in existence?
Well, they in their agreement said they will enforce their patents, but this is taking it to a whole another level because
So
I myself don't agree that these patents are being infringed.
correct. Yeah, that's where I am. You can enforce a patent. You can sue anybody for anything. Doesn't mean it's real. The suing for patent infringement on, I mean, they could sue a milk producing company to and say that it infringes on their patent, but it's going to get thrown out, or they're going to have to pay lawyers and fight it, and the process is the punishment. And as far as I'm concerned, I believe in don't stop the signal. If Tim Hoffman doesn't believe in patents, and not, I have a slight philosophical disagreement with him on that. I've never actually had that conversation with him, but I think there are good reasons for patents if used for the reasons that they were intended. Patent warfare is not a proper thing, and this is obviously not the correct way of dealing with a patent issue.
Well, this is not. I don't think that this is about patents. I think this is about trying to protect the market share.
Yes, yeah. But here's the whole thing. If you take a look, I'm not in the situation. I'm on the outside looking in, and my opinion is that Rare Breed has made the FRT forever. They should continue making the FRT. They should continue getting profit off the FRT, and just market it better, make a better product, and I would just go happily down the road in my own way. If you're looking at other people and thinking they're infringing on your product by coming up with something better, simpler, smarter, um, it's like crying over spilled milk. That's Tim Hoffman came up with an individual and brilliant system,
How it works
and
really, really, really well.
works incredibly well. Um, just you stay in your own lane, make your money, and enjoy it. And the other thing about that is, how can they be so petty concerned about money if apparently they're like Bitcoin billionaires?
People like money.
I like money too, but if I had enough money that I had my needs taken care of in a good way, and could live large, you would never hear from me again. I could care less.
Yeah, well, people like money. One of the interesting things on one of the patents that uh is the 784 patent, which they are also claiming that Tim Hoffman violated, is the the inventor. And let me just go.
See, I didn't get a chance to look up all the different patents.
Well, check out this. The
Hold on, let me.
inventor is Lawrence DeMonico.
Lawrence DeMonico hasn't invented anything ever,
I mean, I don't know that,
in my
but
opinion. I don't want to get sued by him.
in my opinion, I think it's highly unlikely.
So that looks exactly like a Hoffman Tactical Super Safety in my mind.
Yeah, but he did it for a AR-10.
But now, how could any of that be considered something like the Hoffman Tactical Super Safety?
That's a good question.
Now, when force reset triggers always use the inertia of the bolt moving forward to reset the trigger. And so there is a lever, which, as far as I know, all force reset triggers have a lever that gets tripped by the bolt going forward to reset the trigger. Now, this has, I don't see anything. So the brilliance of the Hoffman Tactical Super Safety, it's literally two parts. It's not some complex drop-in cassette trigger. It's literally two parts. Is there something about the safety here that has cams on the safety, or
It's basically they're going to claim anything that's force reset is
because this has nothing to do with a Hoffman Tactical Super Safety?
Yeah. Yeah, it's definitely interesting, and I do think that it is a bunch of. I mean, I don't buy the argument.
In like Stephen Stabelier says, he's not a patent attorney, but common sense here. I think to credit Stambelier's vast intelligence, where I look at that as a layman, I'm like, you can show me a horse and a giraffe. I know they're different. And I'm looking at this and like, I know it's different. I'm not a patent attorney to be able to say, because of these differences, it doesn't infringe. But it seems obvious to me that's the case as a layman.
Yeah, yeah. That I believe, in my opinion, that this is all about money. That's all it's about. Which is not a bad thing to be about money, but there's ethical ways to do it, and there's unethical ways to do it.
And
in my opinion, I think this kind of crosses the line.
Well, I don't have expert knowledge on how to serve somebody on a particular day, but it's the optics. Look, there's going to be two court cases. There's going to be the court of public opinion, and then there's going to be, a legal court. And if they aren't shooting themselves in the foot repeatedly over, these stupid nuisance cases, why would you show me one person that says, I love Rare Breed, I love Lawrence Delmonico, these guys are great guys? Show me that person. Show me that person that is going rah rah Team Rare Breed, Team ABCIP. They are doing it to themselves. And what's interesting, so in this lawsuit that they filed against Tim Hoffman, they're claiming defamation of character and all sorts of things. Whereas it's kind of like, hold my beer, Tim Hoffman. Let me show you how to defame character. They're doing it to themselves.
Yeah. Well, we'll people are going to do what they're going to do.
I just, and again, the thing I can't, it's just like in my head, like nails on a chalkboard. They're saying Hoffman's defaming their character when they serve him on Christmas Eve. And
or when they go to goals and they serve a bunch of goals.
Oh yeah, he just had blank forms written out and he just penned in people's names. How much of a D-bag in the community can you be?
Okay. Did GOA ever do anything about Rare Breed at goals? Rare Breed skedaddled. They served their thing when they were out, by the time that GOA was notified of anything going on, and when they were trying to track down Rare Breed was already gone.
Yeah, so Dark and I were at Goals, and we had a booth. In Tim's booth, I could see from my booth, not like I was, watching him the whole time, but we had our own business going on, and I never saw Delmonico running around, but I heard many occurrences of him being around.
Yeah, so they weren't there for that long.
What kind of troll do you have to be to like plan a trip to GOA Goals to hand out a bunch of summonses or whatever and then leave? If something, what I've learned in life is it's better that if I have a dispute with somebody to work it out with them other than going legal first.
Yeah, Stambo. They came to speak to me at Goals. Yeah, I didn't want to put that out there unless you wanted to put it out there, but Stambo, yes. Yeah, so the Goals thing, I know GOA was not happy, but after they rolled out, well, like what could they really do, right?
Yeah, I mean you could. I mean, you can trespass them, but if they're gone,
They're gone, so you
that's
can't
moot.
really trespass them.
Yeah, these rare breed triggers has sunk to a new low. I
Lawrence
mean,
and Cole, yeah.
if you think, what is it we always say about the news media? If you think bad about them, you haven't, I know what
Yeah.
to get. I know what to get Stembele for Christmas.
Exactly.
It's just amazing to me when you think they've hit a new low, the floor gets lowered. I'm if they started giving money to orphans and widows, I wouldn't trust them.
Yeah. It would be some type of whatever. But yeah, I think that's it. So we're gonna get out of here.
Already, Crumpy, Merry Christmas to you.
Merry Christmas. I got the social set up. I'll send you over that letter in a couple of minutes there.
Oh, cool. All righty.
Anything else you need?
No. I just we're trying to wrap up crap for this year to hit the next year running. And
Yep.
Crumpy made it top 5 to a writer.
Yeah, so Rich gets to wear his tux again.
I get to wear my tux at the Gundies. So thank you, Crump, for being top writer and having me as your +1. Can I accept the award for you?
No, Steven's gonna come with us too, I think.
Yeah, cool.
Steven, is that correct? You're coming?
Steven's dusting off his tux.
Merry Christmas.
Jordan
Merry
Vinro.
Christmas to you too.
Merry Christmas, Saint Vinro.
Near Jordan's house yesterday, there was a explosion near Jordan's business or whatever, where he lives at close. A nursing home blew up.
Oh yeah, I did see something about that.
Yeah, my AI picked it up. Yep. Yeah. The poor man's patent. Somebody's talking about the poor man's patent. Doesn't work too well anymore because changes in the law. I talked to a patent attorney. So the best way to do it is to get a patent because it's usually first to file.
Mm-hmm.
So even if you're like not intending on enforcing your patent, just get one on. Whatever. All right, guys. And Merry Christmas, you filthy animals. I watched like all the Home Alones over the last couple of days with my kids.
Yeah, I'm waiting to see
Even
Die
Home
Hard.
Alone 3 and 4. Which is Die Hard 2. All right, guys. See you guys later. Bye.